to make this space more practical and functional, I want to put an electric outlet down here on the wall rather than up here. I don't know why this is mounted up here, but since I'm going to have a little work table here, I want to be able to plug things in and have them out of the sight down there. So I'm going to put a cut-in box down there, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to do a 2-gang box instead of a single. That way I'll get 4 outlets, and I don't have to do this and play this game. Yeah, so let's get that done. To make this match the rest of the room over there, I'm going to set the center of this at 12 3/4 inches. Okay, so this outlet box is mounted on the side of a stud. There's a stud there. And then the next stud is over there. So I'm going to cut in this existing stud bay. I'm going to cut a hole in between. I'm going to mark a center line, 12 3/4 inches. I like to use metal junction boxes or cut-in boxes instead of the plastic ones. Just so much sturdier. I like this brand. This is a Rayco. These come with the clamps that hold it in the wall. And the nice thing with these boxes is that you can disassemble it and make from a single gang. You can make it into a double. Just by hooking these together that way. And actually, you can put even more together. You can put 3 or 4 of these together if you have like a whole row of switches you want to do. But this is what's going to go in here. We're going to cut that in. We're just going to trace the box outline on the wall. That's a stud there. See that? So we're going to stay in between there and there. So we want to be in here. Right there. The sheetrock saw. Let's see, it'll start in the top corner. Notice how I'm cutting at a slight bevel, slight angle. Give me a little bit more clearance on the back side, inside. There we go. Yeah, that'll fit right in there. So we're ready to do some wiring. But first we have to turn the power off. Let's see what we've got in here. All right, so this has got a plastic gang box that I'll have to punch a hole through. Yeah, they've used these cheap plugs with these stab connectors. I don't like these. I don't use these. I buy the 20 amp rated ones that use screw clamps to connect the wires. They're just so much better in the long run. So what we have here, plastic box. I'll have to pop a hole through the back corner so I can drop a new cable down through the wall. This is my hot feeder from above. It's coming into the box. I know you can't see in there with the camera very well, but it's coming in from above. This is likely another plug on the other side of the wall that connects in series, runs out of this plug. So I'll have to reconnect that pair with my new wire. So this is sometimes a little bit of a challenge. These old Bakelite boxes are kind of brittle. And you know, it's harder to knock out once it's installed like this. But if you take an old screwdriver and reach into the back corner of the box and a hammer, and then you can knock out that tab. Now I can fish a new piece of 14-2 down through that hole. And that's the thing with these old boxes too. There's no cable clamps or anything in there, so it's not quite as positive and sturdy as I'd like it. I'm running into something in there. There it is. Now I'm going to strip back this wire insulation before I install the box. It's just a little easier to do it without reaching inside the box. There we go. Okay, this is going to go in the wall. I'm going to feed that wire down into the box. Take a knockout out of the corner of the box. Now, because I'm only using one set of wires, I removed all the other wire clamps that were in there just to make more clearance in the box. And then I only have one set of clamps to work with. I put that in place, clamp the wire down. Box into the wall. And we simply tighten these clamps. Okay, now we're ready to wire up our new outlets. I'm changing the style. I'm going to the square modern Decora style. I'll change the rest of the room out too after I paint. When you wire a double gang box, the incoming power is only going to one outlet. So you need to make a pair of jumper wires that'll connect that outlet to your second outlet. So that's what I've got here. Now strip back your wires. Okay, the hot wires, they go to the gold screws. And it's a little hard to tell in the light in here, but there's silver screws on one side, gold screws on the other. The black is the hot, that goes to the gold screws. The white is the common, and that's going to go to the silver screw. Also, you can see how the silver screw always lines up over the green or brown screw. So that's another way to indicate that that's the side it goes on. You want to keep the polarity correct. We'll do the hot first so you can see it up there in the camera pretty well. Now my jumper wire is going to go in here under the clamp. And then my hot service wire go under the top screw under the clamp. And then the white service wire under the clamp on the silver screw. And my white jumper wire is on the clamp, like that. These wires are going to connect to the second outlet. So the clamps we're not using, we want to be sure that they're tightened down. And then we're going to connect silver to white wire and black to gold screw. Make sure they're good and tight again. And then that's it. That's our pair of outlets. Then we connect the ground to the green screw on the incoming outlet. Now this is another reason why I like these metal gang boxes, because that ground is going to ground the other outlet through the whole metal of the box. These tabs make contact with the metal box and everything's grounded. And then that all flexes in out of the way. Then we can install these in the opening. Okay, now I'm going to leave these a little bit loose to make some adjustments for the fit of the wall plate when we're ready to put the wall plate on. And we'll tighten these all up at that point. Now we just need to do the tie-in up here. Strip the casing back. A little hard working out of the box like this. And this old Bakelite box is going to be a little challenge to fit all the wires in here. So we don't want really any extra length of wire because we got to fit it all in there behind this outlet. And it's a little challenging when you have this many wires in one of these small boxes. We got white to silver. And black to gold. And then, of course, the bare coppers go to the ground. Now, this can be a little challenging getting two legs under the single ground clamp, but let's see how we do here. Now we need to get this all back into the wall, which can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay. We'll turn the power on and see how it works. Yeah, that one's good. And that one's good too. I'm set. It's done. I'll put the wall plates on here after I paint the whole room.